Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. A loaded show for you guys here with the latest on Aaron Rodgers. Yes, we'll explain that. Ezekiel Elliott possibly returning. Some Tee Higgins trade rumors. If Dallas still wants Odell Beckham Jr. Tyron Smith and Jason Peters potentially coming back. It's loaded, and we have videos for you guys every single day. So simply put, you have to be subscribed or else you will miss out. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Free videos, live shows, news, rumors, trades, everything else in between when you guys subscribe right now. We begin somehow with Aaron Rodgers and the Cowboys rumors. I will generously give this 1 star, and it's probably closer to 0 stars if we're being honest here. But Aaron Rodgers playing at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am because that's way more fun than the Pro Bowl. And he was asked, do you have any news for us, Aaron, from Colt Knost, or one of the PGA broadcasters? He goes, I'm not going to San Fran. And then Colt goes, you would look great with a Cowboys star on your helmet. And Rodgers did not respond. And you know how the internet ends up working. The problem here is it doesn't really make sense. His cap hit this year is actually very low, $15.79 million. The issue you run into is you're locking yourself into an option bonus for 2025 at $58.3 million. You'd have to trade Dak Prescott. And if you got Rodgers right now, it's what you would want to get the offense going. You got to trade Dak, and that actually costs you a bunch of money. And now you're actually paying a lot more money for your quarterback. You're paying about $70 million at QB, which I don't really want to do that in the end. There's also this part that everyone seems to forget. The Rodgers-McCarthy relationship completely deteriorated at the end of that time in Green Bay. I don't know why either party would want to revisit that. And for as mad as we are about the way Dak played against the Niners, which is understandable, it's fair, he wasn't good enough, I feel like we're just going to ignore the fact that Rodgers was also bad against the Niners last year. And imagine us as fans if we were in a win and in Week 18 scenario and the quarterback was bad against the Lions. That would not go over all too well. So pick a quarterback for me. Freedom of speech, go vote. DP for Dak Prescott, AR for Aaron Rodgers. You know what? I'll make this the pinned comment because why not on today's show. DP for Dak, AR for Aaron Rodgers. If the ad break comes here on YouTube, go vote right now in the comment section. Let's talk Ezekiel Elliott now. Senior Bowl was this week. Jerry and Stephen are talking. 2 stars. He comes back to the Cowboys. I would make it 1 star for my own personal wishes. But it's the Cowboys. It's Jerry. It's Steven. It's the straw that stirs their drink, which isn't accurate at all. The Joneses backed Zeke Elliott, with Stephan Jones saying he didn't see a decline in Elliott, which I consider to LensCrafters, Steven, if you need some help there. Elliott's willing to take a pay cut. He's not close to what he once was. I kind of feel like Steven was just playing nice publicly more than actually believing that. Here's what else he said. You always want Zeke, but do the numbers work? You can't define what Zeke does for our football team. Well, we actually can define it. We have the numbers. But what do you guys think? Do you want Zeke back? Y for yes, N for no. Head down to the comments section and let me know if you ran the Cowboys, what you would do with Ezekiel Elliott. Y or N to bring him back. Here's the problem with Elliott. This is like the definition of decline. 4 yards per carry, 4.2 yards per carry, 4.5. That's almost a full yard drop-off from 2019 to 2022. And I know what you're saying. Well, he got banged up both this year and last year. And you're right, he did get banged up. And that's the problem. I was not worried about Zeke being in shape for August. I want to know how he handled getting banged up, getting nicked up, getting hit. He has had such a massive workload in his career. There's no way he's going to be the same guy because he's not Adrian Peterson superhuman, unfortunately. So my offer for Elliott, you want to come back? it's the vet min. That's like 1.45, something like that, $million, maybe 1.3. I don't remember off the top of my head what it was. Somewhere in that range. And I save about $9 million. I can't bring Zeke back on his current cap hit. I can't. It's way too expensive for below average results. He's great in short yardage, but I have no desire to pay a premium for replacement level running back stuff. That does not make roster sense at all. More Cowboys rumors and news coming, but today's Cowboys Report is sponsored by Fume. We all have bad habits, and Fume is on a mission to accelerate humanity's breakup from the bad habits that consume far too many of us. Fume is a natural diffusive device that uses plants and behavioral science to help you trade out your negative habit for a positive one. I didn't expect much from Fume when I got it, but the minty sensation is powerful, feels great. And the Journey Pack, by the way, comes with 3 unique flavors for you to enjoy. Maple pepper, crisp mint, and my preferred flavor, white cranberry. Got it right here. Fume, by the way, is not a vape. Super important. It's a non-electronic device designed to transform your negative habits. The easiest way to stop a bad habit is to switch to a positive one. And Fume is designed perfectly to do just that. Head to tryfume.com/chatsports and use code chatsports to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That is tryfume. That's tryfume.com/chatsports and use code chatsports to save 10% off on your order today. Several more rumors / news to go to. Let's talk Tee Higgins trade. Wouldn't it be fun to get a extra 1B wide receiver alongside him? You're damn right it is. 1 star. I am not going to get my hopes up, not because I don't want him, but because I don't think it makes sense for either party involved. There are rumors and I would say maybe hopes of the Bengals trading Tee Higgins because, well, they got to pay Burrow, they got to pay Jamar Chase, Mike Brown's a cheap owner, all of which is true. They don't have to. They can move on from Tyler Boyd, keep Chase, keep Higgins, keep Burrow, and be aggressive in a passing offense, especially once they cut Joe Mixon, especially after what happened Thursday night. Higgins is awesome. The numbers, 74 catches, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, has been an awesome compliment alongside Jamar Chase. I think it'd be a number 1 for about half the league, or maybe 10 teams if we just go from 1 to 32. Like he's probably in that top 25 range or top 20 range, right? The problem that the Cowboys would run into, well, if the Bengals are going to pay Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, well, Dallas is going to pay CeeDee Lamb too. And do you want to break the bank on what would probably be 2 $25+ million wide receivers? I don't know if that's the route you really want to go when it comes to fixing, which does need fixing, your wide receiver room. And on top of that, the Bengals aren't just going to give you Tee Higgins. They're not going to dump him for nothing. I think they would demand at minimum a first-round pick. This is a team that didn't want to pay Amari Cooper $20 million and took a 5th and a 6th-round pick swap back for him. The 5th rounder's on the team anymore, by the way. So I don't know if that's a great route for Dallas to pursue. But I do want to fix the wide receiver spot, whether it's with a cheaper, older player via trade or the draft or a cheap free agent option. I do want to do that because I'm going to pay Lamb. I can find a good 2 that doesn't make me rely on Jalen Tolbert and Michael Gallup. How do you want to fix that wide receiver spot? D for draft, F for free agency, T for trade, or I for do nothing, and ride with your internal options at this point. Let's go to Odell Beckham Jr. 2 stars, and he ends up with the star on his helmet. It is not a great free agency wide receiver class. You're talking about, Darius Slayton, Jacoby Myers, but thanks to the Jones boys, the drama is back on the menu. Beckham, I almost said probably, will be healthy for 2023. The workout videos are finally out. Took him long enough, right? Maybe the sign we should have seen, at least I should have seen, that he wasn't healthy enough yet. And then, his camp's like, see, told you we'll be ready to go for the playoffs. It's the Super Bowl, dude. You weren't ready. And the Cowboys knew that. That's why they did not sign him, but also left the door ajar to revisit whether it's in February, March. He can sign at any point. The problem for Beckham is that he wants big money coming off 2 down years, in part because of injuries, and he's not the same dude he was at his peak with the Giants. With that said, who feels better about OBJ over the likes of a Noah Brown, even a T.Y. Hilton, Tolbert, and based on what we saw last year, maybe Michael Gallup as well. So kick the tires on him. I think this comes down to money in a pretty big way. I'm not that interested, specifically for Beckham coming off the injury, in guaranteeing him a bunch of multi-year stuff. I think that Odell Beckham's internal market value is going to be less than what he will find it is on the free agency market, which we'll see how that all plays out. Prediction time. Percent chance you think the Dallas Cowboys end up signing Odell Beckham. Head down there, drop that percentage in the comment section. All right, our final little rumor news item. Will Tyron Smith and Jason Peters both be back? I'll go 2 stars with maybe one of them ends up back. I'd be somewhat shocked if both came back, but hey, it's the Cowboys. Weird stuff happens. So the Joneses said that I'll read off the exact quote here. I have no reason to believe he won't be. Right now, yeah, okay, we think he's back, which is different than what was tweeted of Jerry expects Tyron Smith back. I think this will be a Tyron Smith decision of, do you want to play football? You're old. You've been banged up a lot. If the answer is yes, we have to change your contract. As of the Cowboys left the door open, much like Tank Lawrence last year, Amari Cooper, Lyle Collins, Zeke Elliott this year, to do something with the Tyron Smith contract. He's going to count 17.61 on the cap, which, if he was still healthy prime Tyron, is a great deal. But current Tyron Smith, who can't stay healthy and was up and down at right tackle, which wasn't a huge surprise, it's a new position for him for the most part, that's not going to work. You cut him right now, you save $9.6 million. That's a not insignificant chunk of change. Post June 1st, 13.6, but can't spend it right now. Restructure saves 6.22. Extension saves 9.95. Now, it'd probably be a cheap extension. Tyron's never been one to care about the money that much. I mean, that deal he signed with Dallas, I think at some level, maybe hurt the Cowboys because it kind of was like, well, every player should go team for them like Tyron did. Now, he had a bunch of family stuff that he didn't care. He wanted fair enough, and that's what the Cowboys did. Been one of their best contracts they've ever done because it was so team-friendly. Even now, still on the same deal. It's been super team-friendly. If he's back, I think it would be at a different number, which I'm fine with because look, if Tyron's going to be my backup tackle for a year, sure. Kind of want to ride with Tyler, and if he's healthy, Terrence Steele at right tackle, which is not something I thought I'd be saying. What do you guys want to do with Tyron? We assume different number on the contract here, but what do you want to do with Tyron Smith? Type in K for keep or D for dump. Let me know what you want to do with Tyron Smith in the comments section. Let's talk offensive line here, just in general. Again, Terrence Steele is going to be an RFA. McGovern's a free agent. At this point, I kind of think you just ride with Tyler Smith. I thought he had some low moments with flags, but he was arguably the best rookie offensive lineman. Maybe you pick Linderbaum like I do, but he outplayed Evan Neal, which I don't think was going to happen. Ike McWanu got better as the year went on, so you can maybe argue that one there. But I think if Steele's healthy, you're in okay shape on the offensive line. Plus, Matt will let's go over Josh Paul all day, every day. As for Peters, we'll see. He's 41 now. He's old, man. It's actually insane in a positive way how much he's been able to do as a member at his age in the NFL. But I think there's a real chance he retires. If he wants to stick around, though, cheap one-year deal, I'm fine with it. But you do still need some youth on the offensive line as well.